So this year for Good Friday, we wanted to do something a little bit different. We really wanted to tell the story of Jesus' crucifixion, but we wanted to tell it from the perspective of the people who were around him at the time. Their perception of what took place on Friday and what took place between Friday and Sunday was very different than the way we look at it today.
When you really try to put yourself in the position of these people who were mesmerized by Jesus, and they were mesmerized by all the things that he had been doing up to this point. They had this idea about what things were going to be like once he took over and once, his plan came to fruition.
The followers of Jesus at that time were expecting something very different from Jesus when he came in on Palm Sunday. They were expecting a physical kingdom from him. And so in reality, they got something very different.
The way this story is told in this particular project kept grabbing onto me, because as we were developing the story and figuring out, Pastor Corey's vision for what we were trying to communicate, we kept coming back to how his followers felt in the moment.
His followers along the way had to deal with a lot of pain and a lot of suffering and a lot of insecurity. And so that time, especially between Friday and Sunday, they were at a point in their lives where they weren't actually sure what was coming next for them.
As it takes you through the very beginning, the trial, where people start questioning and wondering why this is happening and how Jesus is going to get out of it. Because surely he will. Surely he's going to save himself, because, the plan's not for him to die. And so then it takes you from that moment to, no, he's getting crucified. And then he actually dies. And then his people are still at a loss, where they're thinking, we saw you do miracles. Why aren't you saving yourself?
The teaching in our Good Friday feature really transports us back to an environment that looks like the environment where Jesus would have lived when he was here on earth. And then the music that we use in the feature really helps immerse you into the story. Our Bell Shoals worship team created some amazing original arrangements of some songs that you'll be familiar with, but really has a different take on those songs to really bring us back to that time in which Jesus' followers were in a very difficult time. Even though we call it Good Friday, it was very difficult for them. And so those songs help remind us of those things that they were feeling at that time.
The music that's paired with the teaching in this feature allows you to really sink into the mindset of his followers.
So even now in 2020 and 2021, we have been in this time where we expected something in our lives, but we actually got something quite different.
The way this feature is told in the story and the music, and the way that it allowed me to really dive into that unknown feeling, it surprised me how much it connected to where we are today.
And stories like this, stories like Good Friday, are stories that we want to tell here at Bell Shoals. They're real stories, but they are relatable because Jesus is relatable.
And so I'm excited for people to watch it, because I really do think that it's going to make an impact to people who maybe have never heard the story of Good Friday or haven't heard it in a relatable way.
And our desire for this story is for more people to understand what happened on Good Friday than ever before. And that's possible because of all the creative outlets that we've got through Facebook and through YouTube and through all the ways we can share these types of things. But ultimately, our desire is for more people not only just to know what happened on Friday, but know what happened on Sunday.
Being able to get it out on social media and share it with people because of the platforms that we have today is really going to be an opportunity to share the story with people in a new way.
And so we hope you'll take time to watch this on April 2nd, and we hope you'll share it with the people in your circle, because it's a story worth hearing.